everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Sunday Sunshine Show. This is brought to you every Sunday morning at 7:30 by four YouTube friends. There's myself, Maria Crocker, Karen from Geordie Grandma, and Busy Bee Marie from Las Vegas. The four of us get together. We call ourselves the Transatlantic Housewives for a bit of fun, and we collab. Most weeks. We've done this for well over a year now, and we've all become really good friends. Anyway, today's show, we're going to talk about Christmas Day, what we all do on Christmas Day. Because I suppose most people, well, a lot probably spend the day the same way, but a lot have their own slant on it. So, I mean, I know some people have started doing buffets and that, which is always good. I'm a bit tired because I had some girlfriends round last night. So we just had a nice night drinking. We just had nibbles. We didn't have a meal or anything. We were just drinking and that. But they struggled to get a taxi home. So they had to wait 45 minutes and then I think another 45 minutes. And then it still hadn't come. So we didn't sort of depart till about 2 o'clock in the morning. So I was really tired. But anyway, it was a lovely evening. But I think the way you spent Christmas Day changes over the years, doesn't it? You know, when I was a child, when I lived in Yorkshire, I mean, I can't actually remember our Christmas dinners. It's strange. But I can remember that I used to go and sleep we used to go to my nana's, who actually only lived a few streets away, probably about a 7-minute walk away. But we used to stay there overnight, and and she had it was like a large 2-bedroomed terraced house, sort of on the street. Well, no, she had a little bit of a yard at the front and the back. And the toilet was in the yard, which was a bit of a pain. But we always used to go there, and although she'd only got 2 bedrooms, they were really big bedrooms. And then they had a big attic that was a bedroom as well. And I can remember being in this great big bed with great big, you know, they used to have the big feather eider-downs and that. And my grandad used to come in. I mean, I didn't know it was my granddad at the time because he's so terrified, with a red dressing gown on, pretending he was Father Christmas. I mean, it's strange, really. That's my memory. But I can't remember of the Christmas dinners. It's strange, isn't it? And then when we got, well, as I got older, we moved to Lancashire. And then when I was 11, I think we moved, and then not long after my father died. So the Christmases after that were spent differently, because obviously my mum had to work. So she worked at a cafe, and I started working there. I mean, they wouldn't let you now. Well, I think it was about 12. And I used to work there at weekends. So at Christmas, we used to work Christmas Day, and then we all worked Christmas Day because you used to get really big tips. In this, well, I say cafe, it was more like a restaurant. It was quite nice, you know, it was very nice. And then afterwards, we all used to have our Christmas dinner there, which was really good because it saved my mum having to pay for a Christmas dinner. And also my auntie worked there, so by my auntie and her children, she was also a widow, and myself and my brother and my mum, and we just used to have our Christmas dinners there, so it was really, really good. And then as you get older, you know, as I got older and I started working, my mum did do them at home. She got a better job. She got a job in the civil service, and so we did do them at home. We always had Christmas dinner together. And then when your children are young, it's completely different. When my children were young, my mum used to come here and stay here, and we'd always have, she'd come Christmas Eve with a big bag of presents. The kids loved it, and stay all over Christmas. And I remember one year, the kids, they made what they called an apple pie bed. They put Holly in a bed, just for a joke. She loved it, really. But nowadays, obviously my mum's no longer with us, but nowadays, it's completely different, isn't it? Everybody does it differently. We always used to have Christmas Day here, but the last couple of years, well, last year it was here, but this year it's going to be at my daughter's. But friends are coming for Christmas Eve, you know, so that will be nice. So it's different how we do it nowadays. I mean, when my husband was alive, the children always used to get up and open the Christmas presents, and he used to make bacon sandwiches while we did, and we used to get a bottle of the cheap Bucks Fizz, and have that with these bacon sandwiches. And I must admit, after he died 12 years ago, my son did continue that a little bit. But of course we don't do that now, because because I know, well, last year I went down to my daughter's for breakfast, and then they came here for Christmas lunch, which we always have round about 3 o'clock. Well, we'll always seem to be watching the Queen, well, it'll be the King this year, won't it? Doing the speech through our lunch, you know, so that's sort of good fun. And then we always play a game. Now, I always try and get a new game for Christmas, and people always say they don't want to play it, and one thing, you know, they turn their nose up at it, but they often do play it. Sometimes we haven't done because you're so exhausted after your Christmas dinner. But last year we got a game called Romicom, which was really, really good. In fact, they really, really liked it, and the family said, "Oh, we're going to play it every week," but they never have done. But this year I've bought a game called, I haven't played it, but my friend played it. They bought some for the bowling club, and they said it was really, really good. And it's called table curling, and it's like with marbles, and it's really, really good. Now, the bowling club, I think, paid $29.99 for this game, but they've actually got it in Sainsbury's at the moment for £8. So I actually bought it. So we sort of have our Christmas dinner. We don't make the pudding usually. I mean, years ago, I used to go to town. I used to do starters. I even made soup. And then I used to do like, you know, those frozen mouth fresheners, whatever they're called. I can't think of the name of them now. And, you know, like, no, I can't remember. I can't think of the name. And then the main, and then pudding. But excuse me, but it's all too much, isn't it now? So we just usually have a very basic starter nowadays, maybe patty or something very easy, and then the main course, of course. But we never seem to make, we never make the dessert, because I love Christmas pudding, but my family don't, so we tend to get a different dessert. And what we do is, really, one of my sons usually buys all the cheese, and my other son usually brings the desserts, so that's nice. But it's amazing how times have changed over the years, isn't it? Now children get so many things. I can remember when I was a child, you used to get a pillowcase, you used to hang a pillowcase up, and that was all your presents in the pillowcase, you know. Nowadays, they have like what would go in a pillowcase, they have in a Christmas Eve box. How times have changed. It'll really be interesting to hear Marie's story on Christmas Day, and how it is in America. I'm very interested to hear that, because they sort of have their Thanksgiving, don't they, where they have turkey and that. So it'd be interesting to know what they do on Christmas Day. Then, years ago, I used to do a buffet for Christmas evening, but honestly, we're all too full. So the best part of Christmas Day, I always think, is the turkey sandwiches with all the stuffing and the cranberry on and the salt, and it's lovely. I usually cook a ham as well. I always cook a ham before Christmas, so there's lots of ham sandwiches as well. So this year, what I'm doing is I'm doing a buffet Christmas Eve, just a small one for the immediate family. And then we're going to my daughter's, as I said, for Christmas Day. So how do you spend your Christmas Day? It'd be nice to hear how you spend it. I know a lot of people have started doing buffets, which I think is a really good idea, because basically the Christmas dinner is lovely, but it's just like a big Sunday dinner, isn't it? And I would imagine a buffet is so much easier if you've got a lot of people. You can have a lot of people round then. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. This is just a little snatchet of what I've done over the years for Christmas Day. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you'll pop along to the other girls' channels to see how they spend their Christmas day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. I'm hoping to do a video tomorrow because I want to announce the watch winner, because I want to try and get it posted off before Christmas. So anyway, I'll see you next week on Christmas Eve, our last show before Christmas. Can you believe it's only 8 days away? Honestly, where's the time? I haven't wrapped a present yet. I've not wrapped one present, and I've still got some cards to write. I need to get organised.